10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5... ¡Oh, lo que mística! ¡Cuenta atrás! 2, 1... Un anuncio y volvemos. Este espacio está... ¿Qué es esto? Bueno. Hostia, estoy nervioso, ¿eh? La hora ha llegado.
Hi, hello everyone, and thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm Laure, and it is my pleasure to welcome you here live from beautiful Andalucía, and more specifically, the great city of Málaga.
Bienvenidísimos, estamos aquí en Andalucía, específicamente en Málaga.
As well, and that you're as excited as I am to learn more about the merge between the British organization Excel and what the future holds for Spanish powerhouse.
Y diréis, ¿por qué está hablando en inglés esta muchacha?
Moment for esports. We're welcoming back a
Ahora
familiar face to
explicaré.
the LEC,
Ahora lo verá.
and we will see what the future holds for the VCT fan base welcoming a new team. And tonight we will discover together the merge of two stories that you know really, really well. A Spanish powerhouse as the face of Giants, meeting with a new challenger in the face of Excel Esports.
Bueno, que van a hablar del Valorant, VCT y cositas. Atentos. ¿Pero qué es esta producción mística? ¡Madre mía! ¿Qué dices? ¡Mis muertos! ¿Qué ha sido esto? ¿Qué ha sido esto? Chavales, os presento el nuevo club Giantex.
First things first, what do you think of the video? It's the first time you see the video now. The announcement is made. How do you feel?
Hermano, ¿y ese Sephiroth qué ha sido?
Live for the very first time.
It's still hard to explain. I think we all, and not just
Giantex con X de Shamrock. Ha sido un detalle por parte de Giantex querer poner la letra de Shamrock en el nombre. Este es Team Richard. Coceo va a ser el CEO junto a José, que es el CEO de, bueno, antiguamente Giants. ¿Cómo que no me lo creo ni yo? La X la han puesto por Shamrock. El primero de los S. Estoy muy orgulloso y muy contento de sentarme aquí al lado de José, que es el otro coceo. Y que en el proceso de conocer y fusionar y unirnos se ha convertido en un amigo. ¡Qué bonito! ¡Grande José! Tengo que hablar en español a partir de ahora.
Yes. We are really moved, very
¿Y me lo traducen en inglés?
very happy. It is a truly important moment for us today, a great day for us, a giant day, and it's been a
Ha sido un proceso largo y muy bonito.
This team just said we found friends
Y he encontrado amigos en el otro lado. Y eso siempre hace que sea muy fácil.
It is an emotional day, and there's a lot we want to know about actually when it comes to Giant X. So tell us more, team. Jose, we're eager to know more about Giant X. So what do we start with?
I mean, yeah, it's difficult because we are limited in time, and I think we can only scratch on the surface today, and there will be more to come, and I think there will be interviews.
Hay muchísimas cosas que van a venir,
shows where we
pero solamente podemos arañar la superficie porque hay muy poco tiempo hoy.
The opportunities we do see in that merger.
Un nuevo episodio comienza, una leyenda del sur de Europa.
Where we are, I think, beyond proud about. So as I already mentioned, there are very, very good reasons for us that we
y un retador del norte, un verdadero retador del norte, unidos para romper el equilibrio.
I think one of the most important to me and to us is that we felt that given all the opportunities and all the synergies this merger does have, is that we felt that we are better together, and we will be better together to challenge the industry, to challenge the big dogs out there, and I think now we are one of them. And yeah,
somos uno de los grandes.
We are here to conquer, right? And that's one of the main reasons why we are now together.
Sí, como dice Tim,
just as Tim said,
es un momento importantísimo para nosotros.
Incredibly important moment for us.
No sabría explicarte con palabras cómo ha sido todo este proceso.
It's difficult for me to explain with words how the whole process was. It started off a Saturday morning. We were each at home.
Lo del vídeo necesito verlo otra vez.
And look at where we ended. As Tim said, the goal is to be stronger together. And this is something that we are sure we will achieve.
Qué guapa la sudadera, tío. Qué pena que no me haya llegado a tiempo.
In an incredible way, so that Giant X is a top dog, and so that we can create the legacy we're looking forward.
Giant X es un top dog, un perro de los grandes.
How long they have been established in the esports scene, but what is next? What is next for Giant X? What is going to be the core of the project? What can we expect here?
¿Qué es lo que va a pasar ahora con el proyecto?
Obviously, what is next? We will compete, but I think more important.
Lo principal es competir, y lo más importante es.
During that process, we aligned on our mission, on our vision, what we want to achieve as a company, and to give you just the bullet points, and that is our mission.
Joder, y que las dos compañías están muy enfocadas en los mismos objetivos, con lo cual se han alineado muy bien.
We will unite, we will inspire, and we will disrupt. What does that mean?
¡Qué grande! Rubén, Aponcito y todos.
We as a company feel
Giant X, qué loco,
connected to each other. We are one now. And I
ahora mismo somos uno.
Really
o sea, ha habido muy buena conexión, tío. Eso es buenísimo, tío.
Because this is now different cultures, different nationalities, different
claro, ahora van a venirse las nuevas camisetas con logo nuevo. Bueno. El logo me flipa, con X de Shamrock, que qué detallazo de parte de Giant X. Ha puesto la X de Shamrock del primero de los Senses en el logo del equipo, la verdad. Yo entiendo que era importante para el club, pero no sabía que tanto. Ha sido un detallazo. Claro, ahora Giant X es un incorpóreo de Shannon.
It's totally that. As Tim just said, two different countries, two different cultures, different languages, but one same and single goal. Our mission here is to unite fans from all over the world, not only from Spain and the UK, but from other places too, the ones who are supporting our teams, that will support our roster, and also this shared passion for esports.
No les he pagado nada, chavales. Soy importante para el club y han puesto una X en mi honor.
Together, we sum up 24 years of experience in the industry, so this is something we know how to do. And of course, we're ready to do it again with this new brand, Giant X. We're going to revolutionize things.
You both talk about unity and uniting things, which is interesting because now you have
qué locura, tío, qué locura.
Across Europe.
Qué locura. Shaggy. Bueno.
We will change nothing about that.
Grandísimo, muchas gracias por el tier 3.
En 2 meses que me vas a regalar, ¿qué tal un bullying log? No te quiero bigotiño, aunque no aparezca en los más resaltantes de tu Twitch y no me respondas los mensajes.
Que no, hombre, no, si te respondo siempre, pero si son mensajes de Instagram, no, porque no los leo. Muchas gracias, guapo. Un beso gigante, qué grande eres, tío. Muchas gracias.
We are together, how the team started working with each other, and we needed, at the end, to commit to something which was not signed yet, and everyone who ever had done a merger does know how much work that is, how much trust also is needed to do so, because we needed to prepare this day here, and it could at any
Chavales,
time
dadle mucho amor, porfa, de mi parte.
But I think, yeah, that's also one of the reasons why we are so strong already, because this team, and not us both old people here, the staff which did such extraordinary work to make that all happen on that day.
Hostia, cómo me mola el logo, tío. Yo solo lo había visto en pequeñito.
How integrated we already
Qué locura, tío.
And I think maybe other mergers might not have worked that well.
At the end of the day, well, of course, we are maintaining our facilities here in Málaga, home of Giants, and now we will have home of Giant X in Málaga and London, then our high-performing facilities in Berlin, where our teams, LEC and VCT teams, will be there.
Chavales, ya no solamente hay sede de Giants, en este caso Giant X, en Málaga. Ahora va a haber sede de Giant X en Málaga, en Londres y en Berlín. O sea, flipas. Es que vamos a ser el mejor equipo del mundo.
This is a challenge for everyone, of course, but it is an enormous opportunity to grow. And I'm really very emotional about all this. I'm really excited, you know, and really happy with everything that is coming.
To take care of. So 3 homes, I think,
¿Qué puede salir más?
appropriate. Before we keep on going with this keynote, I remind you guys online that you can ask your question in chat. We will pick them later, and our 2 CEOs will answer them. And I want to refocus on competition here, because
es una fusión de equipos, chavales.
This is what interests people the most.
De un equipo inglés con nosotros.
For the 2 titles you guys are competing in, which is Valorant and League of Legends, for the beginning of the journey that Giant X is opening today?
I mean, first of all, yes, League of Legends and Valorant, obviously our core and our focus.
En primer lugar, por supuesto, vamos a estar absolutamente centrados en League of Legends y en Valorant.
Superliga, so we are not just be part of the LEC, we will continue being part of the Superliga, which is very important to us.
Y Giant X va a formar parte de la
LEC and Super Smash Bros. We will also compete with that.
También vamos a competir en Super Smash Bros.
I think most workload so far has been gone into the roster building for our teams next year, and I think we will also find out more today from the teams about the ambitions we do have. I can say ambitions are high, and that we are very confident going into next year. And I can't wait for that.
Muy confiados y muy seguros para el próximo año.
Yeah, I'm very excited, obviously, also about VCT and the Valorant scene, and I guess. There's someone next to me who's excited about the LEC.
Yeah, of course.
Y estamos también en la VCT de Valorant.
For us, last year, well, this year, that it's not over yet, it's been an incredible year. Valorant, VCT, well, the team did an incredible job there. As Tim said, of course, we're going to continue with
Giant X
and finally we
va a estar en la VCT de Valorant y en la LEC del LoL. Es que vamos a ser el mejor equipo de la historia, tío.
And here we are, back to the LEC, and then of course we will not forget our roots and the LVP Superliga. Of course, I want to thank them, because without them, esports in Spain wouldn't be what they are right now, and we sometimes forget about that. And Game Changers, we are really going to
y van a apostar por FIFA.
And we want to be competitive.
Queremos ser competitivos a todos los niveles. ¡Cuidado! José, tenemos una reunión pendiente. Hay que hacer un team esports de Pokémon.
Again, this we could talk hours about that. To me, the most important
Para mí lo más importante, el más importante objetivo es hacer que nuestros fans estén contentos y que la gente pueda sentir un poco de todo lo que hay aquí. Admiraba mucho Giants por la conexión que tenía con sus fans. Por ejemplo, la oficina de Málaga siempre está petada de fans. Y queremos desarrollar eso y construir alrededor de eso. Pero por todo el mundo. Y si aprendemos de ellos y conseguimos eso, nuestro negocio va a ser un éxito rotundo.
But that all only comes when we achieve to become a company, an organization,
y queremos crecer como negocio y como empresa. Pero para conseguir eso,
one of these is important.
Necesitamos hacer todo eso.
Al final somos esports, somos un equipo de esports. Al final,
we are an esports
y lo que mueve todo esto es la competición.
And of course, this represents a lot in terms of competition. Of course, our main goal should be winning and aspiring to the maximum. But of course, at the same time, we know it's very difficult and only one team will win. So this is why, as Tim mentioned, there are many other things that around it. For me, it's really important to be able to create this global brand with Giant X so that we can really reach achievements that have not been made yet. Now, after this merger, we are global. We are going to be present in three countries throughout Europe with two of the main, most important titles.
Giant se ha fusionado con Excel. Por eso la X. No, digo la X es por Shamrock. La verdad es que ha sido un detallazo, que pongan una X en el nombre por el primero de los enses es un detallazo.
When it comes to the business approach of a merger, of making two brands basically coexist together, because when you think of Excel Esports and Giants, you both had partners, very distinct on the Spanish market, the UK market especially. What is going to become of the partners that you have? Who's following you this time, and how will that work?
I mean, we all know that partners are crucial, and without them, we could not be sitting here. And therefore, it was also during that process very important to take our partners on that journey very early, to understand what they think about that, to give them all the good reasons why this is also a great opportunity for them with us. Continuing and these new opportunities, these new offerings.
Están hablando de los patrocinadores, que sin ellos
not just partners, obviously,
no se podría llegar donde llegamos.
Shareholders have been so great during that process and
Grande Magifusion.
allow that to happen. Very important, and I
Grande
think
Magifusion.
for us coming from Excel, it was important for us that our partners are.
Sin aceite de palma.
As we are, we have
Porque para
long-lasting
palmar,
partners like EE, for example, which has been an amazing partner for so long. So obviously, we wanted them to be with us here, to join us, and I think obviously we are also a bit lucky here that there were almost no conflict with the partners.
Ya ves.
And actually, I think
una de las cosas importantes, somos dos equipos que se han fusionado. Era muy fácil que hubiese competencia entre algunas marcas y hubiese problemas. Hubiese que tomar decisiones de dejar una y coger solo otra. Y no ha habido problema ninguno. Las marcas han encajado perfectamente.
Los partners son
Partners are
los partners son imprescindibles.
No es una novedad que yo diga que aquí se gasta mucho dinero.
Everybody knows that this sector requires a lot of money, high expenditure, and therefore we need important partners. Without them, nothing important can be built. We have many ideas in order to generate revenues, but right now, partners are absolutely necessary. And in Spain, we've got Andalucía, Málaga,
Andalucía y Costa del Sol, Málaga.
This is our homeland. Finland. It is where we've developed our business, where we've got our home of giants, and they are supporting us in this, being pioneers in the support of esports.
Buenas, Marcia, ¿cómo estamos?
And also Nestlé, for example, supporting us for many years with KitKat, Magic, Nesquik. And we are very proud of this, and we really believe we're building something that is strong and powerful. There's something really special now. We are in two different markets, and this means that we are going to have access to different
¿No podré tener nunca la camiseta negra de
partners too. And very few organizations can do that in Europe, and this is an advantage.
Se sigue vendiendo.
Also a challenge, of course.
Aprovecha que no se gasten.
But I do
Lo que tienes que hacer es comprarla antes de que deje de fabricarse.
Future
Antes de que se agote.
really beautiful. Side by side with our partners, and what we will
interesting, and I hope the fans are really happy as I am to learn about all
Pero soy argentino,
this.
creo que llega.
I have a lot of questions about
Creo
you,
que sí que llega.
about
No estoy
your
seguro, pero creo que sí que
approach,
llega.
about how it feels, maybe more personally for you. But before that, any closing thoughts maybe on everything we said so far? To I don't know, maybe sum it up and.
So maybe not clothing thoughts, but for us the most important one, we hope that the fans will join us on that journey, that the fans will like it as much as we do, and we will try our very, very best and our very, very hardest to make them happy and to entertain them, to win, and maybe also to be sad at times. But we are here together, and
para aquellos que se atreven a romper el equilibrio.
Happy and blessed if
Uníos en esta aventura.
And I think we will not forget our roots, but we will just become better together one more time.
I have many things to say, and I have to thank many people. I don't know whether I should do that now or later when you ask, when we get the questions later. But well, I want to read.
Si queréis comprar camiseta de Giants, aprovechad ahora que están totalmente rebajadísimas y con mi código Shamrock más rebajadas todavía. Tenéis el enlace en mis paneles de Twitch.
And people laugh at me, but I don't care. Isn't that right, Fabian?
A ver, los agradecimientos.
First of all, thank you. Thank you to all
Gracias a los fans de
Giants that have been with us for many years, and I am sure that
¿Cuánta gente hay en el directo? Casi 2.000 personas, de locos.
Walking it side by side. Thank you to my team. You're fucking awesome. Without you, it would not be possible. Each of you, you are all at the very top at what you do. You're really good and you're beautiful people. Thank you also to the new staff from UK, Germany and Poland too. Dear Oscar, I love you.
We will rock it. Cracks. Okay. Gracias. Thank you, Jeremy Edward. Al igual que a todos mis socios.
Y gracias, Shamrock, por prestarnos la X. Chavales, a partir de ahora me llamo Amorc.
Thank you for trusting me from the very beginning. And thank you, Tim, for being such a good travel companion. And above all, because you've helped me a lot at different moments. We'll have many conversations.
Buenas, el Manel. Bienvenido.
Gracias a Virginia.
Thank you to Virginia, my
Grande,
partner
Virginia.
at work and in life, for always taking care of everything.
¡Ay, que se emociona!
Acompañarnos en este
I
viaje.
want to invite you to
¡Grande, Virginia! Buenísima.
Estamos emocionados.
Virginia es la esposa de José.
And this is what it feels, emotions. So I invite you to be with us in this journey. I can assure you, you will.
Mi Perdeyan, muchas gracias por el Prime, bienvenido. Espero que te pases muy bien por aquí. Muchas gracias.
Maybe this was better in the end, but, you know.
Sí, quizás esto era mejor al final, pero bueno.
From the heart, and that's what we want. And it's not easy
Pero bueno.
again to
Diga, sí,
close the
José.
journey, open a new one, but there's a lot of exciting things ahead.
Que luego al
But
final no
before
da
we
tiempo y te
dive
quedas con las
into
ganas.
this,
Has hecho
I
bien.
want to know the origin story of Giant X, where it came from. What was the initial conversation? Tell us about it, please.
Okay, I will start, and I think Jose can go even better into the details. I actually started, and maybe that's some interesting backstory long time ago. Jose and me actually get to know each other
Bueno, hace
better
mucho tiempo.
when Jose tried with his Giants to buy the Schalke LEC slot. I think I can say that.
Nos conocimos José y yo cuando Giants intentó comprar su club. ¿He oído bien? Que no surgió, pero no mantuvimos el contacto.
WhatsApp, and maybe Jose, it's up to you to give more details about that.
¿Acabo de flipar?
Sí, así fue.
Yes, that was what happened. We tried to buy. But we didn't have any money. But we were very ambitious. For us, LEC has always been a dream, and everyone knows that. So yes, we tried to buy that there. I had met Tim in a conference in LCS and so on. But then from that point, when we tried to buy it, we started having more contact. And then in February this year, Saturday morning, I was sitting on my couch and
Grande, Viper. Muchas gracias, tío.
Sending messages, via WhatsApp, and then we both wrote at the same time, have you ever thought about a merger, a potential union? You have VCT fans in Spain, and we have LEC, and it was right at the same time, so it was just incredible. And since then, everything just was flowing. It was easy. Of course, we needed some time because it's a long process, but at the same time,
it's a beautiful
process.
I think it's a beautiful story, but I want to follow up on what you just mentioned, Jose, about joining the LEC, how much it meant for you.
Bof, ¿qué significa para ti entrar en la LEC? De volver a la LEC. ¿Cómo te sientes?
Since
en 2017,
when the first application for the LEC, well, we were out, and in 2018, that was when it was announced, and the truth is that it was really hard on us. But we always thought that we would manage to reach
creo que estábamos en 2017 y 2018 se nos denegó. Y después de 5 años,
and it's not easy to have those sums available. We knew that we were working really hard. Riot should, well, recognize this, and thanks to this, we're now achieving and turning this dream into reality, because many people who worked really hard for that, and now we are making it. So we're really, really happy.
You achieved it finally. And I think one of the questions that people are wondering tonight, Tim, is who's going to be in charge of esports ops? Who is going to be the leader behind all the teams, all this vision?
Good one. Especially for me, because my last couple of years at Schalke, also at the beginning at Excel, I was responsible also for the teams. And now David, I think better known as Lozak, will become our head of esport, which makes me very, very happy. I mean, we discussed it actually very early in the process. I didn't know David too well, but I think he is exceptional. Amazing. I have full trust in him, and we have full trust in him that he will do and achieve great things with us. He already was involved into all the teams. Obviously, with the LEC team, he came late, but I think he's same confident, and you will see him later on stage, and maybe he has a little bit to say about that, but same confident as me about our teams and our team in the LEC. I think we embrace the wonderful tier list so far. We enjoy the narrative about the data team. So let's see. It will be a long year.
Va a ser un año muy largo, sí.
Shown the last 2 years how good we became always at the end of both years. Unfortunately, we missed out super closely both years to go to Worlds. So I think now it's time to go to Worlds. And yeah, again, you will hear more from David. I'm more than happy to have him now with us, and he will achieve great things.
We will hear about him in just a few minutes. If you don't know him, you haven't been following esports for long enough. He's been around for a while now. And last question I have for you, Jose, maybe, is the Spanish competition within the LEC. I think we can talk about 3 organizations representing Spain somehow. What do we make of the rivalry in which Giant X is going to participate when it comes to this Spanish rivalry in the LEC?
Yeah, we're really going to be hard on them, you know. Rivalry, really beautiful, but strong. No pity. We've been competing in Spain with Spanish teams, and those in the LEC will be our rivals, but not only them. There are very big brands in other countries too. So with the Spanish ones, yes, it's really proud of this. The fact that there are 3 Spanish teams for the whole community and the work that we're doing in the country. But we've played with them many times, not in this category, and we're really excited to do it now and really beat them up. But at the same time, we're really excited because we're going to be playing against other big brands in the LEC, and this is really big. And that's our goal, to win, beat everyone.
Because I'm going to have narratives to work on in the LEC next year. So thank you so much. Questions from the audience. I think, if I understood correctly, we have time for one. And I will, need this written.
Too much.
I think you're both going to answer for this one. What is going to be the name for the Superliga team?
Oh, that's actually, you picked the best one because we haven't decided yet.
¿Cuál va a ser el nombre de la Superliga? No lo saben todavía.
But we have wonderful people internally who are already brainstorming on that. So actually, I don't know, no idea, but we will come up with something good.
It's going to be a really beautiful name. Giant X, something else. We will see.
Mi puto padre
we will
José.
Know that soon enough, and
Tim diciendo, estamos trabajando en ello, estamos haciendo un brainstorming, todavía no está decidido, pero no sé qué. José en corto. Será un hombre chulo y bonito.
We will see you a bit later, of course, but we're going to welcome now the person responsible for the esports operations. Thank you so much.
Buenísima. Grandes.
We have a lot of guests. We're going to have a lot of guests throughout the evening, but first and foremost, Lozark, David, you can join me on stage. Thank you so much for joining me. Welcome back. How do you feel?
How I feel?
Yeah.
That's an emotional one. I mean, I'm feeling really good. I don't want to cry, but...
Está emocionado, ¿eh? Dice, ¿cómo te sientes? Dice, pregunta emocional.
I know that this is something you've been looking forward to and waiting as well to...
Es algo que habéis esperado mucho tiempo.
Like this, to be back competing
volver a la competición
at the best.
Con los mejores.
Well, first, welcome back, Lozark.
Bienvenido de vuelta, Lozark.
What can we expect?
What I have to say,
lo que tengo que decir
I'm extremely happy.
Es que estoy extremadamente feliz por 2 motivos principales. A ver si puede hablar el pobre.
It's an emotional day. We get it.
As everyone knows, I have been 9 years working in Giants.
Llevan 9 años en Giants.
Yay.
Se va a emocionar la chica, la presentadora. Oh.
I think it's the emotions of 9
Ay,
years.
por favor, me voy a emocionar yo también.
Yeah, as you said,
Que yo me pongo muy tonto muy fácil, ¿eh?
And too many more, I hope. Guys, once again, please, give your strength. Lozark. It's an exciting project for you.
It's fine.
Take your time.
It's fine now.
It's okay.
So I have been working in Giants for like 9 years. I think a lot of people remember me when I was coaching Del CSU. So definitely a day like today is super important for me because not because Giants is itself like in a way after a long time, you know, back in the LEC or something. It's because with all the people that I have been working for many years, we made it, and this feels insane.
Le quiero dar un abrazo, tío. Me está dando mucha penita.
I want to say thank you to
y ella una reina literal, ¿eh?
For believing in me.
Qué bien lo está haciendo.
To team as well. And of course to everyone.
Y está emocionado también.
Rubén,
Les quiero dar un abrazo a los
Lizardo, Adri, Sergio, Alfonso, like Andres, Javi, Sergio, like all of you for this journey. Of course, at the same time, I want to say thank you to Excel people, because since I very first joined, I'm actually really glad to join a group of people that they are not afraid of making mistakes, as long as they learn from it, you know, as long as we follow our plan, we follow our ideas, and we work hard. And this is something that is really important for me. So I'm extremely happy, not gonna lie.
Qué bonito, tío.
I want to know a bit more about what you care the most about when it comes to approaching esports, building teams, building a project, and what is going to be Giant X in
¿Qué va a
when it
ser
comes to the competitive
Giant
aspects
X en cuanto al mundo competitivo?
That will of course keep on pursuing, and the fact that they trusted you for this.
Well, personally,
Giant X, Landero, fusión entre Giants y Excel. De manera que ahora mismo es un equipo internacional europeo que está en la Champions del LoL y en la Champions del Valorant, VCT y LEC.
Someone that works really close with coaches. I trust in their vision even more than in mine. Definitely, you know, like before hiring someone, we need to be on the same page, right? But I'm someone that I will absolutely give a lot of power to coaches. I will trust them. I will follow most of the things that they have in their mind. And at the same time, we want to be a company that is, as I said before, for example, not afraid of making mistakes. We want to learn from them. We're still like evolving, progressing, innovating. And we have our plans, we have our ideas. Definitely, these last weeks we have been discussing.
Tenemos muchas ideas que hemos estado hablando en las últimas semanas sobre lo que queremos alcanzar con las siguientes divisiones.
I'm kind of out of words right now, not gonna lie, but
y ahora mismo no tengo palabras.
That's pretty much the idea.
Well, I have more questions for you, though, so
sure.
That's going to be fine.
Pues tengo más preguntas, así que...
That's important for me when it comes to the competitive aspects and becoming stronger in esports is training younger talents, recruiting younger talents, and providing them with the best structure for them to develop.
¿Qué nivel de inglés está pensando lo mismo,
Any words on this and scouting talents and developing talents at Giant X?
So it's not like that we're gonna sign young players or rookies just because of the fact that we're gonna give a chance, give opportunities to
vamos a dar oportunidades para jugadores jóvenes y tal.
Someone through our skating tools, our data, etc. If we find a player that is like extremely interesting,
si conseguimos un jugador que sea muy interesante, tendremos entrevistas con él, miraremos sus juegos, sus partidas.
We are gonna go for this risks.
Y vamos a ir a por él. Vamos a tomar riesgos.
I know a lot of people is lately talking about the decisions that
Dijo lo contrario. Perfecto. Pues yo entendí. No me jodas.
It's not like I made those decisions. Okay, the team was already.
Que no van a salir a buscar rookies. Vale.
And they were doing their job, so all the credit goes to them. But I was as well supporting the decision.
Es que me entero del 99% de las palabras, pero no me entero de un no. Y literalmente la frase es al contrario, claro.
The type of player that pretty much no one knows, right? And
es jodido traducir a la vez que escuchas, y sigues escuchando lo siguiente que dicen.
Yeah, like I don't want to say anything. I think we will see next year how it goes, how like we managed to do in the league, right? But I'm really happy, for example, with having him in the team, same as with everyone else, of course. Yeah.
You've talked about the goals for the different teams, whether it's in Valorant, League of Legends, or other titles. Anything you can tell us about the ambitions for Giant X next year?
Algo que puedes decirnos de las ambiciones de Giant X.
Expectations. What I'm gonna say is that what I expect is that we're gonna work hard. I expect that we're gonna follow our plan. I expect that we will never give up.
Mis expectativas es que vamos a esforzarnos, no vamos a rendirnos, vamos a trabajar duro. Y si hacemos esto, nuestro equipo tendrá éxito. Sí, luego jugamos en la escarlata.
And that's all for us here on the side of this first segment. We're going to take a short break with a video from Odo Amne and Fitinho about the merge.
Merchandising.
How did you feel when you heard about the rebrand? Honestly, I was really excited because I felt like it was a step forward for both orgs. Giants getting a spot in LEC after trying for quite a while, and also Excel merging with such a powerful regional fan base as well. Giants being one of the biggest brands in esports in Spain.
Me tenía que haber llegado a tiempo, pero no me ha llegado la camiseta y la sudadera nuevas. Quiero verlas.
¿Cuál es vuestro objetivo para el año que viene?
Una camiseta Founders Edition.
Para el objetivo para el año que viene, diría que es un poco hacer lo mismo que este año, clasificarse a Champions y en Champions a lo mejor llegar a Playoffs, dar un poquito más.
Dijo merch, no merch. Joder, es que yo a tanto no llego,
Ever since spring split or ever since summer split, the previous year, I feel like we've been on a positive upswing with the roster and everything. I feel like we have made upgrades in key positions and we retained a lot of strong elements. So I think we're in a very good position to contend for one of the higher spots in LEC in the coming year.
¿Algún mensaje para nuestros fans? Gracias por estar apoyando todo este año. Espero que sigáis apoyando fuerte el siguiente año con los nuevos objetivos. Así que bueno, os espero y espero que os molen los partidos. Chao, chao.
And of course, we'll take some time to talk to the players themselves as we are welcoming the VCT team on stage, starting with their coach, Pipson.
El equipo de VCT de Valorant, empezando por el entrenador.
Thank you so much. You can see it here, and in-game leader, Redgar. And now for the next player, Initiator, Cloud. And in the flex position, Hoodie. And Sentinel, Nuki.
¿Cómo me molaría entender de Valorant, tío?
Last but not least, Fitinho. Thank you.
¡Gracias, Fitinho! ¿Cómo me molaría saber de Valorant, tío?
So, a team that we know, for most of them.
Y poder ver los torneos y disfrutarlos, tío.
Recently won your first LAN together. How was it? You will take it.
I think it was fun, you know, like when it's the first time when I meet everyone in the same place and we play the LAN. It was some nerves, but we handled it and won the first tournament for our team. So it feels really nice.
Coach, new lineup, but not too many changes actually, at the exception of one player. Can you introduce us to this revamped version of Giant X?
As everyone knows, our previous IGL Rhyme, he retired from competitive games, and we think we did a pretty good previous season, and everyone was happy with each other, so we wanted to keep playing together. So that's why we're searching only for the in-game leader, and that's the reason why we chose Redgar.
All right, but we heard some rumors about the in-game leader position, Cloud. If I may ask, is it gonna be your responsibility, or are you gonna share the in-game lead?
Mine? No, that's not mine responsibility.
Okay.
We picked up the IGL, who
en la DreamHack jugué contra Xocer allí en vivo, jugué contra Xocer en Valorant. Y me metí una paliza terrorífica.
Hoodie, this is your fourth season with Giant, if I'm not mistaken.
Tercera,
How do you rate
cuarta
the evolution of the club from Giant to Giant X this time around?
Hello?
I think it worked. Yeah.
Evolution, I mean, there has been a lot of evolution. When I first started in Giants, it was during COVID. I didn't really see anyone. I never met my coach either. But now, like,
¿Este chaval es ruso? Porque tiene una pinta de ruso, el acento.
The team has grown a lot as well. Like, we have learned a lot.
Grande, mi men.
And we will in the future as well.
Yo me adentré al LOL, qué vicio, que se terminen ya mis vacaciones del hospital.
Buenísimo. Eso o alemán, es verdad, puede parecer. Gracias, Emimen, por los 10 meses.
I mean, for me it's super special because I was here with the first logo of Giants, and I have in my house like a lot of like jerseys of Giants, and I don't know, I feel grateful, and I mean I'm happy now. The family is bigger, and I feel like next year is gonna be even better.
Redgar, you recently joined the team coming from Liquid, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. How is it going so far? Tell us about the atmosphere.
At the beginning, I speak a lot like with Pipsen about the team. He explained me a lot of things that are happening, and I really like what he's saying in terms of what we can do in the future with the team, how we can try to do our best to win the tournaments, and that our vision are connected, and we can find out the common language to move the team forward. So after that, I decided I really enjoy it, and I want to try to work with Pipsen and with the boys because I see the perspective in our roster to be really good in the next season.
Yuki, I have a stylistic question about you, because in Crossfire we saw a bit more Raze. Any more explosive gameplay for you, or this kind of direction maybe?
Well, probably not.
Thank you.
Dini is doing all the Raze work for now on, yeah.
All right. And all the players, maybe I have a question for you all. The tier lists, because it's time for tier lists, usually during the off-season, they rank you 4 or 5 in EMEA VCT. What do you think of this ranking? Do you think it's fair?
I don't know. I think the time will show, but we will be happy if we will not take the last place. No, but for real, I don't know. I think that we did a big upgrade with picking up Redgar. Like we're on the same page. Where like he's a really, really hard-working person. So we also changed a bit our training way. So I do think that we're growing pretty good and in a pretty good way. So I don't know. We'll see. I guess because during this off-season, I think almost every team did changes. Like someone changed like 4 players, someone 3, someone 2, and the stuff like that. So I guess all of this tier list is a bit shaky, that you cannot really say who is who. Currently, I think only Fnatic didn't do any changes. Except
David Panda. So, muchas gracias, guapo.
I don't know. It's like really hard to say, but I think according to last season, we are top 4, yeah. Like so, like it was a previous season, we got a top 4 and qualified to champions. So I hope we will do better than top 4 this year, but we'll see.
Well, wishing you the best. We'll see about this next year, of course. A lot of weeks for you guys to get ready. But last question for you, Pipsen. You know the fan base really well, I feel. Is there any words that you would like to share to the fans watching us today and the expectations for the lineup next year and what we should be looking forward to?
Oh yeah, the previous year we had an insane support. Like after every game, I think when we were in Berlin, even if there were not a lot of Spanish people supporting us, every time we would see the video from here, from like a home of Giants, and it's like a full stadium here supporting, cheering for us after every game, and it felt insane. We really, like all of us watched all of these videos, and there were days when in some games a lot of people from Spain came in Berlin, and it felt insane. So I hope you will keep supporting us, and we will try to do our best to make a pleasure for you, and you would enjoy our game.
I want to see as many fans as possible in the studio cheering for you guys next year. Thank you so much for joining us today. It was a pleasure having you on set, discovering this new lineup as well, and answering our questions. I will let you exit the stage, and we're going to welcome the LEC team next. Thank you all so much, guys.
Buenísimo.
And you can leave the mics here. They're going to need them.
Grande, Carlos. Muchas gracias, guapo.
And we'll call you back at the end of the event, but wishing you guys the best of luck in the VCT next year. And for us, time for us to welcome on stage a lineup for the very first time, the very first official time rather. You knew Giants in the LCS and you knew Excel in the LEC, and now it's time to discover this brand new lineup with the new branding around it. The LEC 2024 season lineup. Introducing the coaches first, Hidon and Cass.
Se viene el lineup de la LEC. de 2024 de Giantx.
And in the support position, he smashed Europe at Worlds and decided to rejoin the LEC again, Ignar.
Aquí no tengo ni puta idea, ¿eh?
And AD carry position, the most emblematic member of former Excel, Patrick.
¡Grande, Patrick!
And for the very first time, mid laner rookie Jackies. And returning to the jungle from last year, Jungler Peach. And in the top lane, one of the most veteran players we have in the LEC,
Jackies es nuestro rookie, que lo acaban de ascender, por lo que me comentan, de una ERL, que es una liga nacional, como la Superliga, pero un poco más pequeñita. Y lo han fichado porque es talento puro y una promesa increíble. Todos los demás no son rookie ninguno.
First question to you, Castan. Maybe you've been with these players for a week now, trained with them. How is it going? How is the atmosphere?
The NPC question. It's going well.
Okay.
Games are going well. Can't wait for playoffs. No.
Nice.
I'm actually very excited to coach this roster because sometimes you get a roster that's not so exciting to coach, right? But I feel like we actually have a chance here to do something great. So that feels really good.
Patrick, you've been with Excel, with this organization for many, many years now. How did you react to the new brand? And what do you think about it?
Yeah, I think it's really exciting, this merge.
Di que sí, Glitch. Enamórate libremente. Vámonos.
I think it's just really good for the team and for me as well, right? We're going to have 2 fan bases now, bigger budget or something, and a lot of partners. So, yeah, a lot of good things to come.
Perfect. We were mentioning the tier lists with the previous team, although I want to ask you as well, because with the off-season, people are making tier lists left and right, ranking you guys between 8 and 10. What do you think about this?
I mean, considering we went 10th twice last year, it's kind of justified, you know, but I also think that those tier lists are a bit of a meme popularity contest. The fact that there's tier lists that put Heretics as first or second is completely crazy, you know, and says enough about tier lists. So I guess
we
will see by the end of, you know, spring.
Digo, dice que no mientas, el mejor moderador soy yo. Qué grande.
I guess we will see how fun those tier lists are after a couple of splits.
And Ignar, welcome back to Europe. Really happy to have you back. What motivated you to come back?
I always had like great memory when I was in Misfits and Schalke, and then I had like great opportunity here, so just looks good, so I came.
I mean, yeah, last time we saw you in Europe, you were really
Madre mía, Glitch, ¿cómo estamos?
At Worlds as well, smashing G2 for really bad memories on the side of European fans. But what is your ambitions this year? What is your goal?
My goal this year is like, I know a lot of people like thinking we are like 8 or 10. Like I want to show them wrong. So like I want to just be a good team.
And Jackies, well, first off, welcome to the LEC. And welcome on stage. It's an honor having new players every year. It should work.
Hello.
Perfect. Yeah, that's fine. Well, tell us a bit more about yourself, your ambitions, joining the LEC. When you were discussing a bit earlier, and you were telling me that it came rather late. Tell me how you reacted when former Excel, now Giantx, came to you and approached you for mid lane.
I mean, to be fair, I never expected this to happen. When I got the message, I was a bit confused. Like I thought my agent is.
Nunca esperé que esto podría pasar y cuando me llegó el mensaje estaba un poco confuso, pensaba que me estaban troleando.
It happened. I kind of have no words for it, but I'm gonna do my best.
Pero bueno, voy a dar lo mejor de mí.
Short list of players you want to take down in the mid lane.
Short list of players I want to take, for sure Humanoid, right? I mean, I have to beat my Czech opponent. And probably like the top dogs, right? Caps, Larsen, and I think the rest are not that good. So.
Okay.
Ahí no me entró.
Yeah, probably those.
I'll have to follow up on the trash talk on stage, so I will remember this one. Patrick, you decided to sign again.
Dale, Glitch, tu novio.
Which you've been staying for quite a while now. Tell me about this decision and why you decided to stay here for more years?
Yeah, I think in off-season I just always try to take the best option for me, the strongest team. And Excel is always the strongest team, even though we don't always perform. So
a la Horny Jail, como se decía antiguamente.
I know we never had the opportunity to talk on stage, so simple question for you: who do you want to beat in the jungle?
Es Milo de Atlantis, le tiene un aire, ¿eh?
Okay, why?
I think he's really smart jungler.
Odo, what do you think of his chances of beating Yike? And the fact that technically Yike beat Owner recently, which makes him the unofficial world champion.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we're going to have the new unofficial world champion on our team. But I think Peach has had steady growth ever since he joined us. He didn't really have a lot to work with when he joined us because he was fresh off of UOL. He only had one split to, get accustomed to the whole group, to the dynamic, to, language barrier, of course. And now that he had more time, I think we're going to see a different version of Peach, a better version of him this year. And yeah, it's not, it's not that what he's saying is unreal, but it can happen because I feel like he's been getting better.
I think it's an interesting approach, especially working with a rookie mid laner. So question for you again, and Patrick, as the most veteran members of this lineup, any advice that you would give to Jackies on his first year in the LEC?
I don't have too much advice to give, just enjoy the games and play some funny champs.
All right.
I would say it's probably most important for Jackies to, enjoy the game and have fun because you're not always a rookie, The fun times are kind of now. As time goes by, you're gonna become the team's dog a little bit more. So these are kind of the best times to be playing. The rookie years are always the best, and yeah, I think as long as he's having fun and he's doing the things that made him good and he made him get picked up, then he's gonna have a great time.
Well, I hope you're gonna have a great time. You seem to have the right team, at least, to debut in the LEC. Question for the coaches next. To wrap up this interview, I want to know more about your approach of scouting, finding new talents, and how you came up with this amazing talent that you chose on the mid lane. Okay,
so first I want to say something about the narrative or the rumor about that we just sign players based on our simulator. This rumor is spread by the players that don't make the simulator, unfortunately. Obviously, our scouting process is way more advanced. We look at personality, we look at comms, we look at point of views, we look at like your profile, right? Your recent matches. So we had Peach signed until 2024, and the easy way is if someone doesn't perform really well, you replace him and you look for someone better, right? But we believe in Peach, we trust in Peach, and so scouting or like roster building is more about covering weaknesses and making someone stronger, right? So one of the weaknesses of Peach is his communication because of the language barrier. And then we had the opportunity to sign Ignar, obviously also native Korean, right? So that makes up for it. And Jackies actually has insane.
Grande Soundwaves, muchas gracias.
So that's why we went for this approach, and that's why this roster has become this.
It's an interesting mix, and when I think of Excel last year.
Sí, estaba compartiendo por Instagram lo de Giants. Estoy perfecto.
Different and interesting things. Hidon.
Muchas gracias, Soundwaves, guapo.
What is your, not expectations, but
beso muy grande.
This year? And tell us more about the philosophy and the sports philosophy behind this lineup.
I mean, I'm not someone to talk about results because I believe they come from all the other stuff you do. So, for example, with this group, I just want to make sure that when they come into the office, they're happy, and we create a culture where we are united rather than just like what Tim said, right? For example, if we're not united, we cannot do anything regardless. So I want to create a culture where we have 5 players that are very happy and a staff that feel connected. And if we don't have that, then nothing else really matters to me. And by doing that, the results will always come. And that's what happened in summer.
All right. Well, coaches, team, thank you for all these answers. Thank you for coming today and for this introduction of Giant X. And I'm going to call everyone back on stage here for the closing thoughts. As we've been through everything, you've talked to everyone. We know that this is a new era for the merge between these two teams. And guys, please welcome me on stage for everyone. I want everyone. I want our both CEOs and the Valorant team again, because that's all for this announcement. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. But the story doesn't stop here, as you will be able to find some guests on the Sheep Esports stream and Esports Maniacos for more follow-up, more questions with the players and with the rest of the structure. But that's all about us here. Yay! Thank you. But that's all for us here. Thank you so much for watching the stream, and I hope you're as hyped as us for this announcement. We will see you next year for the new season. Bye-bye then. Congrats.
Me encanta José. ¡Ole! Y está haciendo raids. Bueno. Es que esto es increíble. Esto necesito verlo otra vez. Salir de la raid. Necesito verlo otra vez. Giant Excel. ¡Pum! ¡Sephiroth! ¡Madre mía! ¡Qué puta barbaridad! Es que es una puta barbaridad. ¡Qué locura! ¡Qué locura! Chavales, somos Giantex. ¡De locos! ¡Qué guapo! ¡Vámonos! A ver, esto por aquí. Esto por aquí. Esto por acá. Y esto aquí. ¡Let's go! Vámonos. Tengo que salir un poco a la autoescuela. Ahora luego entro. Perfecto, Carlos. Mucho ánimo. Vámonos. Voy a cambiar esto. Papam. Buenísima. Por cierto, yo no sé si esto está... ¿Esto lo han comentado? ¿Lo de que el año que viene vamos a tener un equipo femenino de Valorant? Hola. Ah, no. Hostia. Pues igual lo he liqueado. Vamos a jugar a los Pokémon, chavales. Vamos a jugar a los Pokémon. Uy, mira, me llama Rotom. A ver qué quiere. Rotom. Rotom, tom. Soy Clavel. ¿Tienes un momento para hablar? Pues claro que tengo tiempo para hablar, Clavel. Háblame de cosas distintas, de otro tema, por favor.